room fill up. Be sure to hit the like, share this content, let friends, neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Cowboys Mike McCarthy disagree with word selections plus more. Come on. Let's get it. The name is Law Nation. Come on with it. Mama said there'll be days just like this.
Read it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same.
Like anybody have to down hug the ball early. You do this. Somebody's got to get the attention. And I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach who won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively who won't do anything about it. I mean, enough's enough.
5,
Babysitting's
4,
over.
3,
Hey guys,
2, and give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight, baby. 1. Come on. Let's get it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. Without hesitations nor deviations to the matter, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let friends or neighbors know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. Jake Versick says, we are here. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. So let's get right to it. Jerry Jones is in the middle of this, but I can tell you that when Troy Aikman speak, I listen, right? When Mike McCarthy speak, I'm trying to listen, right? I'm trying to hear him out. And there are the things that's different between the two. Now, two things can be true. Two things can be true. But let's get right to it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm not going to hold you guys long today. Let's get right to the meat and potatoes.
And I'm looking forward to getting together with the team at 11 o'clock. So
Well, the other time I'm following up on that, you talk about all that emotionally, especially coming off a loss like you had, when you start to hear the criticism that's just naturally going to build outside the building, even having Troy Aikman and his comments. Do you feel the need to address those with the players at any point?
I don't. I think you address them as a whole because it's all part of that external focus that frankly we need to move away from. Frankly, I mean, if anything, working here, the intensity of externals and potential distractions is high. That's part of our part of our operation. Green Bay was cold. I mean everybody has something that you have that's probably different than other places you work. So that's part of our norm. The external noise or pro or con, it's we prefer the pro, but it's part of working here and it's part of our landscape. So yeah, for me to address those comments, there I don't, because they don't.
Man, bull sugar. Troy Aikman words will never be external. They're always going to be internal. He's a guy that won Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys, and y'all should adhere to what the brother is trying to say. And I think that will help us out down the line. Instead of word salad, instead of word play and being discomfortable with the words that my guy Troy Aikman said, just adhere and pay attention to what the brother is saying. And maybe, just maybe, we will play with some intensity.
Carry any weight with me because
it should carry a lot of weight. It should carry a lot of weight.
All the tape. I get to go to the meetings. I'm at practice. I'm part of the games, so I have a clear understanding of what and where. And in Troy's statement, particularly, I don't agree with the word selection, but there is definitely need for improvement in every position. Not just one position that he commented on. So I think you look at the whole picture. You break it down, and that's what coaches do. And there's a process to it. There's always a plan. These guys bring great energy. That their work ethic is high. If GPS is a good monitor.
Man, bump all of the GPS stuff. We don't care about the equipment. We talking about style of play on the field. We can go all of the analytical stuff that we pretty much don't normally use here in DC for Lifeland, but it is what it is. I'm to the point Whereas now that I listen back to what Troy said, let's listen to a part of the conversation before the season kicked off on what Mike McCarthy said, and then I'm going to tie in to what Troy Aikman said.
Believer in a second and third year jump. We have some young players. We got some guys coming back off of IR that were young players that we're excited about. So we are definitely improving. We're just not part of the free agent market right now.
So is that what Cowboys fans can hang their hat on, the fact that there are guys coming back that are going to be getting better, because people keep waiting for the Cowboys to make moves?
Well, I think that, and also there's a lot left. So you'll probably have a market right before the draft or post draft, and then you got your June 1st market, and obviously we'll have another draft class. So I have great confidence in our roster.
Hey, he got so he said he got confidence in his roster. So what I'm going to go back and listen to what I want you guys to listen with an open and clear mind of what Troy Aikman said also within the confines of that particular interview. Let's listen to what he had to say here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
I don't know exactly what the question was. I think it had something to do with the off season, and obviously that was a big point of contention coming into the season, and even during the off season, that the lack of moves. The part that was surprising to me, and I've said this before, that when Jerry said, "Hey, we're all in," and wanted people to prove their worth. I guess the only one who has done that or is doing that currently now is Mike McCarthy. But if ultimately you're going to sign, I think everyone knew they were going to sign CeeDee Lamb. I don't agree with just let's sign him before camp and have him miss all of training camp. I'm an old school guy, and I just believe that practice matters. I believe that having the team together matters. So if I knew I was going to sign him anyway, I would have him signed so that he's working out with my quarterback and doing the things that he should be doing. But then Dak, on the other hand, I thought that was going to maybe play out through the season. But to sign him right on the eve of the opener, it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense as far as what that might have been able to do then to free up some cap space and make some moves. But and I think all of that's coming back, and it's coming back on Jerry because he expected to have a really good year, and we're far from over. I'm not suggesting that it's over, but I think maybe there was an overestimate of some of these younger players of what they might be able to do, because that's what the public was told, was that there were some young players that they had drafted.
All right. So CeeLo, Andrew, he says, I totally disagree with you, Law. So you would rather agree with someone outside of Troy Aikman that got better intentions for this team? Like, let me just make this clear. So you are saying that Mike McCarthy is more equipped with his mindset on winning in Dallas than Troy Aikman. Look, listen to this part very closely. And then I'm going to play back what Troy Aikman said, and I'm going to play back what Mike McCarthy said, and let me know who's right or who's wrong.
Maybe there was an overestimate of some of these younger players of what they might be able to do, because that's what the public was told, was that there were some young players that they had drafted, that they had invested in, that they needed to develop, and they felt good about them, and they were going to be the ones who step in and, I guess, answer a lot of those questions, and it just simply has not happened.
Let's go back. Confidence.
Big believer in a second and third year jump. We have some young players. We got some guys coming back off of IR that were young players that we're excited about. So we are definitely improving. We're just not part of the free agent market right now.
So is that what Cowboys fans can hang their hat on, the fact that there are guys coming back that are going to be getting better?
To develop, and they felt of what they might be able to do, because that's what the public was told, was that there were some young players that they had drafted, that they had invested in, that they needed to develop, and they felt good about them, and they were going to be the ones who step in, and
Cowboys to make moves.
Well, I think that, and also there's a lot left. So you'll probably have a market right before the draft or post draft. So
at the end of the day, Troy is right. He is flat out right. And only a fool will argue with those points right there. The dude is literally saying that even though that you said that you want to invest in your young players and you're going to lean on your young players, and he himself, if Mike McCarthy really want to keep this job, he will be going tooth and nail and fighting every inch to make sure that he bring in the kind of caliber of players that can fit his particular system. But Mike McCarthy didn't do that. He's been docile the entirety of the time. And you don't win being nice, and you don't win being docile. Oh, let me just get more points to this, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Embarrassment out there. That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the down or hugging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass.
Now, what is Mike McCarthy doing? Patting everybody on the what? When is he going to say, hey, this guy's not performing up to the kind of caliber level that is needed? When is he going to point out the fact that we are ranked 32nd in rushing? When is he going to point out the fact that we are also 31st in red zone? When is Mike McCarthy is going to point out the fact that he is not coaching right? And he need more and more players to include into his philosophy and principle and scheme. But what y'all want to do is, oh man, it's okay. We at the 32nd spot. We okay. We should be comfortable with that spot. No, he is flat out wrong. Mike McCarthy is wrong with that. And this dude literally pointed it out. Let me rewind for your mind one more time, so maybe you can get into your thoughts.
And it's over, but I think maybe there was an overestimate of some of these younger players of what they might be able to do, because that's what the public was told, was that there were some young players that they had drafted, that they had invested in, that they needed to develop, and they felt good about them, and they were going to be the ones who step in and, I guess answer a lot of those questions, and it just simply has not happened.
It simply have not happened. So
gives you an idea of your workload capacity. Going back to what I said earlier, the 22 and 23 comparables from a workload capacity, the GPS is higher than
this dude talking about GPS.
The effort and energy is there.
Let me rewind and let me read it out, because some people may not understand the jumbo mumbo that Mike McCarthy is spitting. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy on Troy Aikman comments. They don't carry any weight with me because I watch all of the tape. Okay, you watching all of the tape. Is that the same tape that he said that he watched before he got the job, that he said that he watched every single game film of the Dallas Cowboys before he got the job? Is that the same tape that he's talking about? I get to go to all of the meetings. Okay, so you went to all of the meetings. So after we done got our ass drugged versus the New Orleans Saints, we had a poor practice. So that should be on your head. If you said that you've been to all of the meetings, you've been to all of the tapes, you was there at practice. I'm at practice. I'm a part of the game. So that means that you got to take onus and you got to take accountability on why your team is not, for one, practicing well, and for two, not doing things to improve. Instead of us climbing up the charts on red zone, we are going down. We are 32nd ranked in red zone. 31st, I meant to say. There's another team that's worse than us. That's on you, Mike McCarthy. That's on you. That's just on you. I have a clear understanding what we are. Troy Aikman's statement in particular, I don't agree with the word selections. Damn it, what you agree with then? You agree with something. Oh, my goodness. There is definitely need to improve in every position, not just one position. Come on, man. Troy Aikman versus Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy need to for damn sure improve on one thing, and that's run game. And for two, he need to improve on selections, not just words on what they do when it's time to attack in the red zone. That's not up for debate. The proof is in the pudding. And for three, maybe he need to grow a pair and go right up to Jerry Jones and say, hey, we're not doing the things with these guys that you said that we can do with the youth. we need to get tangible players. That's what need to happen over here in Dallas land. That's just facts. Those are things that's not up for debate.
But the detail and intention needs to go up. That's going to be a big part of the message today. So we're not as detailed in a number of areas on our football team, which is normal for any football team that I've ever coached to be part of. So for it to be highlighted with a brighter light because of external opinions, that's not the way we work. We self-scout every day, self-scout every week. And I think the biggest thing that's come out of this, once again, we met as a staff this morning at 7, and is we need to spend more time in group settings. Our coaches do a really good job because, 10 years ago, I felt that there was an epidemic of PowerPoint coaching, and we really spend a ton of time of making sure our players see a tremendous amount of video in the structured meeting time together. So we need to build off of that and make sure that we do that, not more in the individual. Where I'm going with this is we got to get away from as many individual meetings. We need more group because our connection between position needs to be higher. You can talk about details and buzzword the hell out of these conversations, but the reality of it is that if the connection between the positions doesn't increase, then the unit production is not going to be where we want it to be. So that's really going through with a fine tooth. You still only have the same amount of work days. You still only have the same amount of work hours, but specifics of how can we be better, and that's probably one of the biggest adjustments we'll make as far as our training regimen.
This dude is literally talking about GPS systems, and then they need to go into work groups and things like that. I'm not beating up Mike, but I am. At some point, you're going to have to move your weight around. At some point, you're going to have to say, hey, these things are not working. These things need to be improved on.
Concerns coming into the seasons or coming into the season are the same concerns we're having right now.
All right, so for those who said Troy is wrong, let me respond. Is he right about this? Is he right about this? Just give me a yes or no. I don't want to hear that these are outside or external things, because this is by far an internal situation.
I guess answer a lot of those questions, and it just simply has not happened. The concerns coming into the seasons or coming into the season are the same concerns we're having right now after 6 games.
Is it a yes or no? Come on. Let me know. Is it a yes or no? Sure. He might as well be sitting right beside Jerry. I can't make this stuff up. Y'all will literally argue with a 3-time Super Bowl Hall of Famer who knows everything as it relates to winning on a team. Yes, there's been times that he threw more interceptions than touchdowns, but we were able to get it done in the postseason. Why? Because we operated as a team. Coach Marv says, Law, Mike McCarthy has that he wants on this team. There are reflections of who Mike McCarthy is. I said it, shaking my head. Jay Versick, do you think Mike McCarthy is too analytical? I think that he say one thing, but he don't operate and do another. I think that that's what Mike McCarthy is. He will say it, oh, I'm this macho man, but don't reflect it. Or I'm this guy that I call all of the plays. I make all of the X's and O's. Well, if he say that analytical, if he's super analytical, when you inside the 20, then there should be no reason why Dak Prescott threw that INT. There should be no reason why Dak Prescott dropped back to throw the ball. Because if you are an analytical person, things will show you or tell you, just like what the mighty Bill Parcells said, there are more things that can go wrong throwing the ball versus you running the ball. Even though if the Cowboys can't run the ball, well, you better figure out a way analytically to run behind Tyler Smith, to figure it out, to get yards versus getting turnovers. Mike McCarthy is talking in tongues, laughing out loud. Come on with it. Law, when you hear Mike McCarthy talk, you want to follow Mike McCarthy to war with question mark?
So when you go back and look at that, and let's talk about that connection that's not really there right now between Dak and Lamb. There were two critical plays. Both could have resulted in touchdowns. One, Lamb had one-on-one coverage and it looked like he got the jump ball that he wanted the week before, and he didn't get to it, and it went incomplete. And then the other one was intercepted in a really good play by Brian Branch. But, again, those are two passes that, at least in the second half of last year, it seemed like those two always connected. Was that just another indication of, well, that's what you get if you don't have them working together in July and August?
I think that's part of it. I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes, and I've thought that beyond this year. And
all right, so let's go back. He didn't. Listen. I want y'all to listen. And I get it, he's an announcer. Yeah, I know. Who do y'all think want to win more? Troy Aikman or Jerry Jones for the Cowboys? Who do y'all think want to win
They
more?
haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively won't do anything about it.
Troy.
I mean, enough's enough.
I understand.
Babysitting's over. Hey, guys, that's a embarrassment out there.
Who y'all think want to win more? Just put Jerry Jones or Troy. But he says there's definitely a need to improve in every position, not just one position that he commented on. Some of y'all are so willing to protect CeeDee Lamb, which I get it. CeeDee Lamb is my guy, my dog. I can pick up the phone right now and get on the phone with his father. I get on the phone, and I with CeeDee, of course, but I can get on the phone with his trainer. Right now, I can call and pick up the phone and talk to his trainer. There's no one that trains during the offseason as much as CeeDee Lamb. No one. And that's not a flex move. At the same time, in the same grace, I'm telling y'all that what my guy Troy Aikman said, he didn't point out CeeDee Lamb. He said they. He didn't say one individual. And if y'all want to go back and forth, let's listen one more time. Let's listen one more time. And let me know, did he point out and just said singularly CeeDee Lamb, or did he say they?
They're in July and August.
I think that's part of it. I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes.
He said, I think they run. He didn't say, I think CD run, but CD is going to get most of the blame because he is the damn wide receiver that's getting crazy amount of money. He says, they. Come on, listen to him. Listen to him one more time.
But, again, those are two passes that, at least in the second half of last year, it seemed like those two always connected. Was that just another indication of, well, that's what you get if you don't have them working together in July and August?
I think that's part of it. I think the routes are terrible. I think they run terrible routes, and I've thought that beyond this year. And I think CeeDee's got to improve in his route running. And as a quarterback, if you're not certain where guys are going to be consistently, it's hard to play the position.
All right, so he went from day, and then he went straight to CD. What would be the point? He probably don't even remember Jalen Brooks' name, right? He probably don't even remember Kevontae Turpin's name, but he's going to go right to the number one guy. And even though I can tell you that CeeDee Lamb got separation, he can get busy at the top of his route. He's just like any other wide receiver that don't get the ball, throw me the damn ball, right? But at the end of the day, he literally pointed out the entirety of the unit. Shout out to my guy, Balls Cowboys Sports. We got this statement or this saying here. When it's one individual, it's the player. But when it's the unit, it's the damn coaches. We can absolutely improve. Don't get it twisted. But I'm talking about the coaches, got to adhere to constructive criticism. That's just the bottom line. We can say all day blocking out the outside noise. Don't you know that everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave is calling the Cowboys soft? S-O-S-O-O-O-O-O-F-F-F-T. Soft. They're all calling us soft. They all saying that we don't have no dogs over here. We got to get out of our feelings. And we got to make sure that when it's time to play against the 49ers, that you can't play that finesse football mess. You can't get inside the 20 or inside the 10 and try to pass it and be finesse. I don't think that there's a person that's in the confines of this chat that will walk right up to Hunter Lupke and say, "Oh man, you number 40, man, you're a soft dude, man. I'll beat you up." I don't think that nobody in this particular chat, you make it say it, but then all of a sudden they grab you. There's nobody in here that's gonna be like, "Hey man, Cooper BB, man, you soft, man. Tyler Smith, you soft. Jake Ferg, man, you ain't got no dog in you." Them some dogs right there. I'm so tired of everybody, including some Cowboy fans, that they would reach out and say, "Oh man, these guys are soft." It go back to what Coach Marv just said. Leader of men. And you got to be able to have big nuts and whip them out and say, "Hey, take a look at them, because I'm finna shove them up your girl." Because that's just what Mike Tomlin just did. They were booing the man. They were saying that, "Hey, how in the world you gonna put Russell Wilson, Sierra husband, in there?" But he stood on business. He stood on business. He said, "Yeah, that's the reason why I'm the coach." And Russ cooked. Russ cooked last night. Yes, indeed. And Cleo, I'm not mad at you or anything. It's just me. I'm passionate talking right now. It ain't nothing to do with you, Cleo. But collectively, did a video this morning. "Law, we don't got a chance, Law. The 3 and 4 49ers finna whoop our ass. F the 49ers. I can't stand them." We got to be hungry, man. I know for sure that what we say goes out to the ears of the players, externally or internally. Internally speaking, they rewind and they watch what we say. This is a new era, baby. Everybody on podcast. Yes, indeed. Everybody. Shoot, Kurt Franklin got a podcast. GP, are you with me? We got the ability to win games if we just and what that boy say? What that boy say? What that boy say? What that boy say? Come on with you. Come on with you. Come on with you.
What's your point? What's your point? Okay, so what?
So what? This is what the point is right here, bro. This is the point right here, and I want y'all to understand that it's
sacrifice. Don't give up the fight. Everything will be all right.
I want y'all to put down the 4 teams that beat the doggone 49ers. And you mean to tell me we can't be the 5th team to do it? Off the top of my head, I know they lost to the Cards. I know they lost to the Rams. I know they lost to the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings was a situation. They can't get a 5th loss from us? Shit.
Right.
Jeez. There's always a rewind button, but let's get this thing going, baby. I want to let y'all know that at the end of the day, we're going to open up the phone lines early because I got to go somewhere. So we're going to open up the phone lines early. We get like the first 4 or 5 callers in, and let's get this thing going. But before we do that,
there are times in life you wish you had a do-over. If you're in a wreck, make the smart choice right away. Frenkel and Frenkel, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Yes, indeed.
Call my phone, hit my line, only ones who down for
Frenkel first, 214 or 817-3333, huh? And all threes. Call Frenkel and Frenkel Law Firm, especially if you in a fender bender, car wreck, or beyond. Personal injury, you slip and fall off of a ladder at work. Don't wait for them to say, hey, we got our workers insurance. No, call Frenkel and Frenkel. And also, let's call Law Nation, the hotline for your mind, 657-390-7391. Come on, baby. Cowboy Nation, I don't give a damn about the 49ers. Y'all better not be coming up in here with all of that weak sauce. No. I get it. Y'all may not believe we have a chance, but anytime I go up against the Niners, it's a whole different type of situation. I'm not finna give no flowers to Fred Warner. I'm not finna give no flowers to Bosa. I'm not finna give no flowers to Trent Williams or none of those boys. They are public enemy number one. And even if we lose it, we got to stand tall or not at all. Come on with it. Let's get it. From the 253, my guy Trayvon, you're live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's good, my brother?
Not much, man.
I know that soundbite that you had of Troy this morning.
Yeah.
I knew you was gonna put that on today. I knew it. I just had a feeling that you was gonna do that today.
Hell yeah.
My thing is, who gonna question a 3-time Super Bowl champion like Troy, who was a dog and told his line? He told the whole team, if you jacking up, he gonna tell you about it. He ain't gonna damn sugarcoat it. He gonna tell you what it is, just like your soundbite said.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Ain't gonna pat nobody on their ass. Right. He'll go on there. And that was because of Barry Switzer, right? Barry Switzer.
That's correct.
Here's the thing. People fail to realize Dave Wanstead wanted that job. You know, somebody internally wanted that job because they felt as if, though, they could have kept the momentum. But Jerry was like, look, you know, I need a qualified coach with a proven track record to make sure that my bet is good. And he went and got Barry Switzer. And Switz, what he was doing is basically, he was just riding the waves of the talent that was already here.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I love Barry Switzer. He was a wonderful coach in Oklahoma. But again, this is NFL we talking about. This was Jimmy's team, and you let Jimmy go, and then you brought Barry Switzer in just to sit there. Hell, I could have sat there and did what the hell he did and won a damn Super Bowl. Shit. Hell, who couldn't sit there and just let the players play? And then Troy said, fuck all of that. If you're going to coach.
Coach. This brother had a gun. He was bringing a gun in the airport.
Lord Jesus. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So I just said, I know Law going to put this on today. I knew it. And then when I came in the chat and I heard you, I said, yep. I was right.
But here's my thing, though. Yes, that was the dawn of the docile mentality. When we brought in Barry. And then from there, you know, we had Shane Gailey. We had my guy Dave Campo and all of those boys. And the thing that the only time we had a little bite, believe it or not, was Bill Parcells.
Right.
I was willing to put Mike McCarthy in that same room as Parcells and Jimmy. I was willing to do that. But somehow a discourse happened between last season after that damn after week 5 or week 6 or what have you until now.
Right.
A discourse, because now I'm absolutely seeing what other folks are saying. Like I knew that he was unsullied. I knew that he had his back against the wall. But at some point, he gonna have to tell Jerry and face them and be like, hey, I need weapons. I need people that can fit my scheme. Right. And you got to stop firing all of my people around me. You got rid of Joe Philbin. Right. You got rid of the brother, I forgot his name, Davis or someone that was his person, you know. And then he got rid of the running back coach. Well, then he brought in, and then he bring in his own guy. Jeff Blasco is his guy. Scott McCurley is his guy. And those two guys are damn sure not qualified. You know, I know some people right now that's watching this show that got more experience than the linebacker coach and on top of that, the running back coach. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I think Jerry, he might have some dementia going on because I think he's forgetting what the hell's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really do think that he is not really aware that everybody else is making moves, but I fucking Dallas Cowboys. Everybody else is getting people like Cooper. Amari Cooper, come on, bro. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Come on. And what we did it for a 5th round draft pick. They getting a 3rd round draft pick. Come on, bro.
Yeah. And
I can't make this shit up. It's crazy.
And you got water carriers on that because on my IG page, they were going back and forth at me. They was like, "Law, well, you got to tell the whole story. Stop being lazy with the Amari Cooper thing. That was a good deal for us because they took on his contract." Huh?
Oh my Lord!
I said Amari Cooper took $6 million less. According to the kind of caliber of wide receiver he was playing at, he was getting dog food money. Comparable to the others, and we took the money that we was going to spend and we put it towards Michael Gallup, and that was after his knee done got all snapped up. And people fail to realize those parts of the conversation.
Yeah, and he's a true veteran at this game.
Yeah, Trayvon. But what else you got, man? What else you got?
Hey, that's all I got, man. I wanted to get that off my chest because, first of all, don't attack Troy Aikman. You got it all twisted. You fucking going for the wrong guy.
Yeah.
That's the wrong guy to come at because if we had him as a general manager, we might be doing better at this game. I'm telling you.
No doubt.
That's all I got, man. How about them damn Cowboys, though?
How about them, man? That's my guy, Trayvon. And those are the realities of it, man. Yeah, Washington offered that kid more money and he stayed for less. And just because he didn't want to get that jab, and I get it, I get it, the political part of it, and all of that stuff that was going on. Is a weird world during that time frame. Y'all know how it goes, man. People didn't know what was real, what was fake, and it is what it is. But the same problems that we exhibit and exude then is showing its ugly face up now. It's showing its ugly face up now. Everybody else can have tandems. We can't have shit over here. We always got to say, hey, this person better than the next. I've literally seen Detroit running back fumble the ball, and they say, well, let's give it to Gibbs. Then Gibbs ran the lights out of it. Let's give it back to the guy who fumbled the ball. It was no discourse. It was no, hey, Montgomery should be on the bench. Let's get rid of him. We can't have two things over here because we destroy them as soon as we get them. That's crazy. Jay Versick said, I think Jerry is okay with this fan base hurting because he knows well support this team, win, lose, or draw, which brings in him the money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's all about the money. I had people to literally say that this is okay. Let me play this video.
Lions, you probably noticed a sun glare beaming down onto the field. A huge window on one side of the end zone allows sunlight to make its way in and visibly affect the game and the players. There are curtains installed in the $1 billion stadium to conceal and hide the glare at times when the sun strikes. But Cowboys owner Jerry Jones refuses to do anything about it. In a 2022 interview, Jones said he's not going to put the curtains down since conditions and elements have always been a part of football and it's not something high on his priority list. If you watch Cowboys versus Lions.
Now, in this video, I'm not saying that the Cowboys lost only because the sunlight was in the eyes of the players. But what if I told y'all, beautiful people, that whenever the sunlight is a problem, it's not on the opposing team. It's always on us. And it's supposed to be our home. It's supposed to be our home. Guess what? We don't even practice there anyway. We practice somewhere in Frisco. We only play there when it's time to play. I would try a new thing. If we know we playing noon games, if we know we got a noon game on the schedule, how hard will it be to take all 53 of your damn players and practice in Arlington? Just practice there at the stadium so you'll know where the sun is beaming and the lights are at and these sorts of things, because I know you can't control the clouds, but that sun been going up and down that same pattern for millions and billions of years. Ah, man, I digress, man. Come on with it. I got my guy with the plan $100,000 with the 201. You live, dog. Talk to me.
I don't think you could practice at the stadium. All teams got practice fields. I don't think you could practice at the stadium. You don't want to mess up the field, though.
They need to do something. They need to be in that area. They need to be in that area.
Man, it don't matter, man. You hear the coach. You hear what he's speaking. It only sound like Stephen Jones. In order to coach here, you got to do what Stephen Jones wants you to do, or you ain't coaching here. He want to keep his job. So he's going along with what they're saying and what they're doing. Yeah, I like to play the young guys. Yeah, this, that, and the third. Because that's what Stephen Jones wants. Play the young guys, because he don't want to pay nobody to come in here because they worried about 2027.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if Micah get traded, because we worried about the 2027 cat and the 2028 cat.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking facts, man.
Yeah.
It's just straight facts and truth. If you listen to Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones talk about the meetings, that don't tell you. They say, hey, man, I think you need to run the football on that. They don't call the plays, but their input is in the game plan.
Yeah.
What other coach and what other owners talk about the game plan like they do?
No one. No.
So they call the plays and who's getting the ball more and who's this and that. They do that. That was Stevens' call. Man, get Zeke the ball. Get Zeke the ball. And what the coach do? The coach can't sit there and say no because he want to keep his job.
It's sad, man. But why would you, like, I get it. I understand. Money is money. But at some point, you mean to tell me it's been 4 years, four or 5 years? And he agree with everything that Jerry says?
You gonna get fired from your job?
Yeah.
And then possibility that you won't get hired again because of Stephen and Jerry Jones' pool? Come on, Law, you know it. Come on, Law. You in business, you know how this goes. You don't do what I say, you ain't gonna coach here again. The only thing you gonna get is a network job. That's it. Because you ain't coaching in the league no more.
It's do or die.
It's all Stephen and Jerry. Look at the game plan. They the ones who want to run the football. Stephen Jones talking about we got to play our young guys and all this and that. Through growing pains or whatever, it don't matter. You can see it out there on the field, man. You can see it all out. I understand, man. The rivalry game, the 49ers, you want to go out. It's not the players that the players don't got no dog and the players don't got no fight. That's not what it is. Because when they go to other teams, you see the dog, you see the fight, you see the playmakers, you see all that when they go to other football teams.
Yeah.
So that's not it. Look at Washington. Everybody that was over here is over there, and they're winning. They're playing better. Why? Because it's all about football over there.
Break it down.
Why is it not like that over there? It's not because Dak Prescott sucks, because he don't suck. If he was to go to the 49ers right now, Super Bowl. Period. It would be Super Bowl over there. Because they all about football. They just mad at Shanahan because Shanahan ain't that playmaker like that when he go up against the Chiefs. They ain't mad at the owner over there. They mad at Shanahan, the coach. Step your playmaking up. We targeting Jerry and Stephen Jones because that's where it's at. If you don't play the way they want you to play, you out of here.
Get it. That boy preaching over here. I can just rest right now. Come on, keep going.
That's exactly what's going on. If you don't want to accept this contract and this what we paying you, you're going. We either going to phase you out by not throwing you the football. CeeDee Lamb had that problem last year, people, when he wasn't getting the goddamn ball.
And they had to make it up themselves in week 6. Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Thank you. Now, if we paid you, you got to get the ball more. What type of bullshit is that? What is that? Get the boys some help. But you don't because of 26 and 27 and 28. That's why Michael Parsons will be traded. Because they don't want to pay 3 people that's making more than $30 million a year.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. If y'all look at that screen, that Mike McCarthy no longer exists.
He don't. The minute he signed his name on a contract to become a Dallas Cowboys coach, it was over. I don't care what coach y'all get in here. Y'all can say, man, we need to get this coach from here. We need to get that coach from there. It don't matter. It don't matter. Because if you don't play the way the Joneses want you to play, they going to either get you out, sully your name, because that's what they do too. If you don't do what they want you to do, they sully your name. And they tell their people in the media to tear you down. Trust me. In
What's
the
your point?
offseason,
What's your
Michael
point?
Parsons will be teared down.
What's your
Michael
point?
Parsons will be teared down. Because they don't want to pay him the money. They ain't tearing him down now because they hoping they can get him low because of the little injury. They was happy about that. And they going to throw that in his face.
You ain't lying, God, dog, boy. Man, you ain't lying,
They happy
God.
about D-Law getting the injury because it's easier to say bye-bye. A lot of these players on this team is going to be gone.
Man, I appreciate you. 100 grand. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro. In closing, man, what you got for me?
Man, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. It's just sad that we got to sit here and watch this, man. And it ain't changing.
It ain't, man.
They want to win. They want to win the way that they want to win. And to make my point that this been going on for 20-something years. What did Troy Aikman say in the clip that you play?
Quit.
Not this past one. Not this past one. When he was yelling at everybody, right?
He said, "Quit these coaches. Quit patting the asses of the players." And that would hit me because that exactly what Mike said at the beginning of the year, and that's what he said. Like now I get it. You as a coach, you don't want to throw players under the bus. But now not all damn of these players are playing good. Somebody's playing bad. Somebody's playing bad.
What I meant to say, what I meant by that clip is they was doing that back then. And Troy Aikman got mad that they was doing that back then, and they had to play, man. We tired of this soft stuff.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro.
That was the start of it back then. That was the start of it back then, Law.
Man, 100, man. Tell people where they can find and follow you, bro.
You guys can follow me, man. Graphic Zone HD on Instagram and Facebook, man.
No doubt. All right, no doubt. Yeah, and prepare that thing for me, man, this week, far as that my bookies. And be sure the next caller, we got anonymous next, but I want to say this though. Let me play this one more time.
That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the down or hugging the ball early. Junior League. Somebody's got to get their attention, and I'll tell you, Jack, I am tired of being a guy who's got to run down everybody's damn throat all the time. Why don't we have a coach that gets over there and does something about it? Instead, we want to go over and pat everybody on the ass, and they haven't done a job all night. Guys out there off, and nobody says anything about it. We got a head coach that won't say anything about it. We got coaches offensively who won't do anything about it.
That boy like Troy. Hey, and that was in 95. Okay, all right, cool. All right. Can y'all give me the front five in 1995? Can y'all give me the offensive lineman? Can y'all put the offensive lineman down below? And let me know Let me know. Who is he talking about? They can't block anybody. Huh? You see, just because you got them doesn't mean that you can't coach them. You can't motivate them. Yeah. Jeez. All right, Anonymous, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Yeah,
talk to me.
Hello.
What's up?
Yeah, man. Mike McCarthy need to get back to the old days of the Packer days, man. If he got one more year, if he got this last year on this contract, he might have to tell him to bump it. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and let's run it. You know, because if he don't do what he gonna do and run it, they're gonna run him out of that.
Exactly. My thing is, I get the calm approach. I get the docile by nature, but we got our backs against the wall. We're 3-3. We third place in this division. We got to overcome the Eagles. We got to overcome the Washington team. We got to figure it out, and we need a statement game. And I know people will say, hey, well, what about the Steelers game? That was a statement game. No, this game right here is another rivalry game. This is a game that we need to be amped up and go out there and make something happen, regardless of it.
And they need to let the players need to be the linebackers and the defensive ends. They need to turn their motor up 200%. They don't need to go out there 50%, having their head down, talking to nobody. They go out there focused and ready to run through a brick wall. If I got to get this brick wall checked this week, I'm going to get this brick wall checked this week.
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. Yeah. Let's get it.
Hey, I'm serious because, hey, they out there, you getting the check. Man, listen, take everything you got and use that energy.
Yeah.
You big, you strong. You do more weights. You do more lifting weights than we do. You know what I mean? And so you got it. You got the athletic skills to get where they need to be at. You got all the endurance. The coaches coach you, but the coaches not coaching them boys to go hit. Like y'all seen yesterday how San Francisco, how them boys just running to the field. They don't have their whole offense, their linebackers. Yeah. And they still going at it.
Outside of that one guy that got trucked, Mustafa.
That number 6, he was hitting them.
He was hitting early. He was hitting everybody. But you know what? Here's what I know about since I've been watching football lately on quarterback scrambles. I think the players themselves are very timid when it's time to tackle quarterbacks in general because they don't want to get that fine. And you got to, if anybody know how to use that as a superpower, is Pat Mahomes. Lamar Jackson to a degree, but Pat Mahomes as a scrambler is a very underrated scrambler. And he knows how to play that political game out there on the field. Because, you know, players be wanting to go low, want to go high, but they be like, I don't know. And that's why Mufasa, whoever his name was, he didn't really deliver the boom like he really wanted to. And he got caught being timid. Yeah. But I appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Hey, Pat gonna throw that ball between the legs in a minute. Why?
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Hey.
Yeah. Good call from you. But that's just what it is. Dak. Run the ball, man. I know we don't like to see the quarterback get hit. I know we don't like to see the quarterback get jumped on from behind and they hip drop him or what have you. But at this time, you got to have that extra dimension in your game. Yeah, you got to. Because right now we don't have a dual threat quarterback, even though he got the capabilities of being a dual threat. We don't have a dual threat. All I need for Dak Prescott to do is burn him a few times. We saw it last year. Who remember the Rams game last year? He burned him a few times. That's what made the defense play on it. They're like, damn, Dak can still run. Yeah, and he need to show it just a little bit more. Mahomes is a big fella, 225, 230-ish. Now, yeah, Cali Cowboy. I would say that Mahomes about 10 pounds lighter than Dak, 10 to 15. Dak Dak a wide guy. You know what I'm saying? How tall is Pat Mahomes in the chat, y'all? How tall is he? How tall Pat Mahomes? I think Dak is on the shorter side. You know, believe it or not. Yeah. Just get to running just a little bit to make them play honest. I got Soul Goddess from the 347. You in the mix? Talk to me.
What's going on, Lord? What's going on,
Hey,
Chad?
all is well. All is well.
Listening to you at work, my boy. Always in the mix. How's everything?
All is well. All is well. All is well.
Me on a bye week.
Well,
so, you know.
It's no more bye week now, baby. It's all focusing on the Niners. Come on with it.
I'm on my mental health break. I had a, reset. It's still early in the season. We still in the mix, so I couldn't let myself get too out of pocket. I finished watching from last week when I called you guys in. $100,000 if you're listening. So sorry, I'm taking no marriage proposals there. You can keep on with that crew. I don't let myself get too high or too low. Try to keep it, even.
That wasn't $100,000. That was my guy VIP that wanted to get on that knee.
Whichever one. I can't remember who it was, but I know somebody asked. So whoever it was, no, thank you. But I appreciate the offer. I just want to be rude. So let me respond while I can.
There's gonna be lost only fans around this mug, man.
Exactly. I looked at this stuff when I was listening to Aikman. It's stuff that we've been saying for years. I'm not surprised. Jerry is his ego. I don't know if he just forgot where he came from because Jerry had money, but he really was taking chances, and I don't know. He lost his balls along the way. I don't know when he shot out that last kid, what happened. But he used to be like a gambler, and now he just be so overly cautious. I don't understand the Jerry Jones. I will always give him credit as an owner, but as a GM, I don't know what happened to him. He just lost his step, and he got to really start thinking about, what am I going to do and what my legacy is going to be, because your legacy can't be the last 30 years. You ain't even make it to the NFC. That's ridiculous. You can go. He's up there now. He's 82.
Hey, boy, he old. He got a long tooth right now. What I'm saying is that at some point, I know we are not finna move and make some movements or what have you, but at some point, I need for Mike McCarthy to just move a little bit more with an authority, with an assertiveness. He need to do something like that. Yeah.
Next year anyway, I might as well do what I want to do because it's like the president in their last year. They're never going to get reelected again. Start writing whatever you want. Let people out of jail. Write the pardons. Start. That was the time for Mike McCarthy. If he was holding, open up the whole bag and just let it all out. Because if you win, what they're going to say? Nothing. Because now you got leverage. And if you lose, at least you can say you went out fighting. I don't know if think he's going to get another job like this. A lot of teams are going to better and younger, and they don't really want the older coaches. This reminds me of what's going on with Mike McCarthy with Brian Flores from Miami. You saw how it was happening, and then he was like, I don't give a damn. I'm playing to win. You can't tell me what to do because I plan to win. I won a championship for my name.
No doubt.
He got out the league. He's back in now. He had to sit out for a minute and go down to college and school them and everything that he needs to do. But he's back as coordinator somewhere. So maybe you got to take that route, McCarthy. Maybe you got to be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to do what I need to do. And Dak, you got the bag. Dak and CD, y'all got paid. I don't want to hear nothing about the cap. We've manipulated the cap before. Dak got paid. He manipulated his contract so they could keep Amari Cooper. And as soon as he signed the deal to make more money for the cap so they could give money to Amari, as soon as he signs it, the next week, what happened? Jerry traded Amari for a fifth. So maybe that's why Dak is the way he is now. He got burnt before thinking, I'm trying to make all this space to keep my guys, and then you turn around and trade them and get rid of them for a bag of peanuts.
Man, I never looked at it that way. So, God, I appreciate you so much for calling in. I will expound upon that down the line. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Everyone have a good time. You know what? Until we lose, we win it, and that's how you got to keep your head up and keep your attitude when it comes to a Cowboy Nation. Love with your heart, but be logical with your mind. Have a good day, guys.
No doubt, that's Soul Goddess right there. I never looked at it that way. We in the business. We supposed to be in the business of winning. We supposed to be in the business of making sure we getting it out of the mud the proper way and the correct way. And Brian Flores is a dog. I don't think that he will ever become another head coach anytime soon. But as a DC right now, he kicking some tail over there, and he threatened to sue the NFL. These guys, they don't really behave the way they supposed to. They don't. In the rules of engagement still. But I do like his defense, although Detroit, they were able to win this weekend, and Flores had the Lions on the ropes. And if the Vikings had a Brandon Aubrey, they probably would have won that game, believe it or not. So it's one of those things, man. Football is always moving, always changing. And you got to be along with the trends. And what we did last year don't apply for this year. Granted, here's the reason why. We were so busy talking about contracts and stuff like that, whereas other teams, they were busy. Let me add more to it. Let me take away this. Let me improve my infrastructure. I don't believe Mike McCarthy was staying up late improving what he done did and stacking on top of what he did last year. I think he kind of rests on his laurels. So I think he just did that, and I could be a 1,000,000% wrong. And and comparing Andy Reid to any of these coaches out here, Andy Reid is coaching comfortably. He's not looking over his back and seeing whether or not somebody on his staff is going to stab him in the back to get his job. He don't have that discourse, whereas the defensive coordinator want his job, right? He don't have the owner second-minding him or undermining him or whatever minding that he does over here in Cowboys land. Andy Reid is a hell of a good coach. But one thing that we heard the announcers say when we were watching that game, creativity. And Dan Quinn's at least getting his team the W's. Yeah, I agree. Here's what, before I let my guy A. Lou on, here's what I have to say with Dan Quinn. There's no way possible that you guys think that he continued wanting to be a defensive coordinator. He stuck around and stayed long enough to possibly see Mike McCarthy get the boot. Because there's two jobs opening. If it was Washington and Dallas as the head coach, I guarantee you, I don't have to know it all, but I can guarantee you, if it was really his choice to be the head coach of Dallas or Washington, I guarantee you he would have probably picked the Dallas Cowboys. He ain't finna go pick another team. He was already here. But the writing was on the wall after week 6. Dan Quinn was going to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys up until week 6 last season. From the 304, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's good, Law?
Not much, bro.
Hey, look, man. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to see how this all shakes out. I think we as Cowboys fans have been wanting this secretly, but we haven't voiced it. But with us being 3-3, we can't beat anybody good. I want to see it fall. You want to play? I want to see this fall. I want to see this. I want to see a 5-12, 6-11. I want to see it fall to the point to where we really have to see what they're going to do, because you can't continue to, they want to ride the wave so far as being just good enough, but bad enough, but in the middle, never win too much, never lose too much, but they want to stay right in the middle and lose in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lose on out. I want to see it. Another thing, you can't, I don't mind them playing the young guys. I'm for playing the young guys. But for you to play the young guys, you have to have strong coaches. You can't have mediocre coaches with young players.
1,000,000%, bro. Cook, keep cooking.
If you decide to get, if you want to get vets and play the vets, okay, you could have a McCarthy because they're going to go ahead and say, oh, we already know this ain't gonna work, and we'll just play off of it, just like Aaron Rodgers did this great because he and whatever receivers he had, because he had, if you think about it, he always had dominant receivers, but they were literally playing in the backyard.
Yeah.
He was scrambling. They were doing whatever. Rarely did they ever run the play that was designed to be ran.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott. I'm tired of Dak being the company man. Dak has his money. He got his family. When will you stand up and be the leader you talk about being?
Yeah.
And the man that you need to be for your teammates. And the leader you need to be for your team. A leader is going to say, Coach, this is not right.
Regardless of it, man.
Ain't right. Yeah, this ain't right. This is what we need to do. And you're going to, I get it, you're checking through plays, but you got to get it right. But
got
that's
to.
all I gotta say.
Man, good call from you, man. I didn't even have to press it.
What's your point?
I didn't have to press that on you, man. Appreciate you. Good call from you, man. That's Lou. Didn't have to press that button. But what I can tell you is that's the one thing that we need Dak Prescott to step up in. Vocally. Demonstrating. Vocally. I just need for him to step up in that, you know. Outside of that, I get it. Now, he turn it on sometimes, he turn it off sometimes. Dak need to play no longer like he's the 4th round draft pick who's looking over his shoulder as if though he can't get hurt because someone else is going to fill in his shoes. He need to play like, hey, this is my car. This is not a loaner. This is not a rental car. I'm going to drive the hell out of this damn car. And if I mess up, I mess up. That's okay. Every quarterback in the National Football League that's starting throws INTs. Every of them. Every last one of them. But it seems as if, though, and Dak is not even a high INT person unless he's in the red zone this year. He just need to be able to get those things. Yes, Seabass says, speak up, demand weapons, demand protection. That's just what it is. Ride it till the wheels fall off. You got 5 years, man. You office furniture at this point. You ain't going nowhere, dog. This your team. It's your house. Yeah, this is flat out. And I get it, man. I know I'm going to get some knives thrown at me because I get it all the time when I'm giving a little constructive criticism of Dak Prescott. But he got to walk around like this is his house. And we just don't get that from him. Now, hopefully we get it. Hopefully we say this because I know his people watching this channel. Yeah, they hit me all the time. So hopefully they be like, hey, man, you know that dude Law, you know what I'm saying, talking about Mississippi State boys. He was talking about you this week, man. He was saying that, hey, man, you need to give a little bit more. Yeah. Just give a little bit more. I know he would get crucified if he did what C.J. Stroud did this weekend, taking the helmet and throwing it and having a temper tantrum on the sideline. But every quarterback that I love did that. Shoot, Roger, to a degree. Shoot, Troy Aikman to a degree. Yeah. Cali Cowboys says, can't be creative with Turpin. That's a damn shame. What's good with Dalvin Cook? We would know tomorrow if Dalvin Cook will be elevated to the 53-man roster. Yeah, we would know. We will absolutely know if he will be elevated tomorrow. Jay Recruiter says we don't know if he be speaking up. We know CJ speaks up. We know Aaron Rodgers speaks up. To name the quarterback. We know all of the other quarterbacks that speak up. But we don't know if Dak Prescott don't speak up. Jay Recruit, we don't know if he, say, hey man, I'm just being 100. I like Dak Prescott. I like his delivery and all this stuff. But we don't know if he speaks up. We don't know he wasn't pissed off that Amari Cooper left. He was okay. He went with the flow with that. Brady speaks up. Yeah, I'm just saying I'm not beating Dak up, Shoot, I want to know if he hit his pinky toe at the edge of the coffee table, do he say shit, damn, F or something? Do he do any of those things? Come on, he's a good player, but I just need to know. Even a Saint, when they hit that edge of that damn coffee table, they speaking up. Mahomes speak up. I just need to know. Dak needs to if he is, just a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying for him to go nuclear over there. Uncle Charles, man, let Uncle Charles get in on this, man. Uncle Charles, you live.
What's up, Law? What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's happening?
Not much.
Man, let me tell you something, man. We're not most worse for bear. I go around and I tell these young guys, man, go ahead and pull your pants up. I was up there at the dog track up there, and they made fun of me because my pants was up past my ankles. So what if my damn ankles are real cool? I don't give a damn. What you need to do is worry about your own damn self. Let me tell you something. The Cowboys is like a man walking down a long, dark road. He falls in a hole. He turns the light on. He look around. And he's still louder. And he's still looking for somebody to come get him out the hole. They go the damn ladder. Climb out your damn self. This is the problem with the Cowboys. And then Jerry Jones says, I'm going to keep Mike. I'm going to keep him on. See, this is what I'm talking about. What damn owner do you know have a press conference outside the locker room but Jerry Jones? See, this is why we don't have years of mediocrity. This is what it is. This is what it is. Let me tell you something. I remember when I worked for the roach company, for the bug company, I thought I was an assassin. I killed every roach that I can name. But the one when they started flying, I had to go to my other book. I had to go to another game plan. How do you kill bugs that fly, not the ones that walk? This is what I'm talking about. Mediocrity. Nobody is coming to save us. Nobody. It's what it is. And ain't what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to say this in close. I wonder all this time. I had two guys working with me, and all of a sudden my lunch was gone. I called home. I said, so what happened to your lunch? I said, somebody ate my lunch. She said, okay, I'll tell you what. Do you got any money on you? I said, yeah, I got some money on you. Get you some snacks. When you come home, instead of 2 sandwiches, I'm going to make you 4 sandwiches. This is what we're going to do. Now, you see these 2 sandwiches here that's not marked? You eat those. But the two sandwiches that got a blue mark on them, don't eat those. Let them stay in your bag. And I'll go in the bathroom and get a box of those Ducalaxes, and I'm going to mix it with the mayonnaise. And you're going to find out who stole your lunch. And all of a sudden, I went back, and my lunch was gone. But one of the guys was missing. Well, I said, man, what's on there? He in the bathroom. That's who took your lunch. Right there. He's giving it up. He's giving it up, and he ain't coming out no time soon. And this is why. And see, now you worried about how it smells? Well, you right where you need to be because you're a thief. And you shouldn't steal from something that's not yours. Dallas Cowboys is going to have to make it to the Super Bowl despite Mike McCarthy, despite Jerry Jones. This is how it's going to happen. Ain't no voodoo or no Hindu going to save us. And that's another thing, too. When you go in the store and you go in there and they burn them incense and it smell like ass, it usually smell like ass somewhere else. I can tell you that right now. And I appreciate you, Law. Nobody's coming to save us. Appreciate it, bro.
Man. That's my guy, Uncle Charles, right there. Yeah, man. Yeah. There's always someone to take someone else's lunch. and not knowing what's in it, But hey, he found out who gonna take who lunch now. You know what I'm saying? If they in there, gotten their spleen and their cheeks all into the restroom right there. I got room for 2 more callers, so let the 717 and then we're gonna let one other caller go in. But the 717, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Yo, what's the deal, Law? I appreciate you taking my call, man. And
Appreciate you.
A couple things.
Mm-hmm.
I had listened to Jerry's little rant last week,
mm-hmm.
and that just opened my eyes and said, "Man, ain't shit about to change." I've been really off the Cowboys like that. I've been faithful, man, for like past 35 years, all my life.
Mm-hmm.
But last week when he said that, it was kind of like, it's like a dictatorship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you can't do nothing wrong. I mean, you can't say shit without Jerry overstepping you.
Right.
At this point, McCarthy needs, like you said, McCarthy needs to leave his nuts and die on his own sword.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm at a loss. We ain't doing shit. He was over here taking radio meetings and not even on the phone. Mari Cooper went for a first. We got a fifth. I mean, sorry, we got a third, and we got a fifth for him.
We got a fifth for him, and then we used that fifth as Matt. Well, let's go. Yeah.
but just that, just that kind of fuckery right there.
Yeah.
You in here doing interviews and ain't on the phone networking. That just told me everything I need to know, man. I hate to be that fan, but man, we ain't doing shit, man. Go ahead and start up the mock draft, man.
Well, here's call me crazy. I'm not gonna go to that mode until we mathematically out of it, right? So, but I know it's hard for me to do it. I know it's hard for you guys to see it.
Right.
But at this point, that's just the fight in me. And I'm not saying that you giving up, because I get it. Some of y'all got the discernment that y'all can see down the line. Y'all can see that Mike McCarthy is a sitting lame duck. And I get that. But I'm gonna always look at the positive aspect of it. Although it hurts me to my core when I see. When I get a chance to talk to some things, man, and they tell me, nah, it's not going to happen. And I said, for real? He said, yeah. He's my insider source told me he is the ultimate go along, get along guy. You know who I'm talking about? Right. Will McClay.
Exactly.
They said Will McClay. He told me. I said, nah. I said, man, he a brother, man. He don't got. He said, Law. He ain't that type of brother. He's a he's a go along, get along. I said he don't push. He said, Law, I've been knowing him the first time he was here. I said, damn, he don't even fight. He said, nope. That's sad. That's a sad situation to be in, bro.
Yeah, definitely. And then even the scheming part. We got track stars on the team, and we got them running comeback routes or like, come on, man. We can't scheme guys open. I mean,
it's sad, bro.
I appreciate your time, Law, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's hard for me to,
Yeah.
Hey, you have a good one, man.
No doubt, man. That crushed me. I thought that Will McClay, not to deflect or put things on him, because that was my last bullet in the chamber. And he was like, man. I said, for real? Ain't no way, man. I thought he said, he's a good guy. He's a great guy. But he's a go along, get along guy. And it's not gonna be, hey, that one right there, it's literally no. Give me that guy. It's none of that. It's like they will tussle for a second. Oh, you're right. We'll go with your guy. Huh? That's what he do? Yeah. I said, he don't really fight back and say, nah, I'm going to get this guy come hell and high. Nope. I said, damn, man. That MK Ultra stuff is a real heavy thing over there in Cowboys land. Jeez. All right, last but not least, man, 478, you're live on The Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on with Law? I tell you, has anybody ever thought about corruption on the Dallas Cowboys? The reason why I say that is Jerry Jones is the only owner that I know that keeps a play sheet in his coat pocket. I mean, I don't know.
Do he do that for real?
Yeah. I was watching the game last year when they were losing at home.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who they were playing against, but he had a miniature play sheet in his hand, and he stuck it in his pocket, his side pocket.
No. Last year we didn't lose a game at home. No. Are you talking about year before last? Or are you talking about the playoff game?
No, when we were losing the game. When we were losing.
Okay. We didn't lose the game, but we were losing. Okay.
Right. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
But, wow, listen to Will McClay, man. You make it sound like he's like that dude on Django, man. Samuel Jackson's character. Just get along.
Go along, get along. I hate to say that about my brother because I literally brought it up. I said, and I ain't gonna. If I keep talking, y'all know who said what said. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, hey man, I said, don't you know what's really is the problem with this? And he said, what? I said, it's an enabler. It's the person that go drive and go get the cigarettes when the person said that they no longer smoke or they trying to stop smoking, right? It's the person that say, hey, you want one more shot after you done already had the limit. You know what I'm saying? And it's the person that's the enabler and everything. I said, man, is there any situation whereas he bang on the table and get what he want? And he was like, no. I said, for real?
No, because he'll be up and out of there.
He'll be up and out of there. So I said, so what did they do? He says he's in a bad situation because he know that he got the knowledge to do said things, but it's like him having, and he used my own words against me. He's like he having an unlimited credit card, but he can only go to Dollar General. He can only go to Dollar Tree. He can only go to Fred's. Yeah. You got an unlimited credit card. You got all of the money. But hey, man, we need you to go to Dollar Tree and pick up these items. What the hell you doing in Walmart? What you doing in Target? Get your ass up out of Target. Go to Dollar Tree like I told you.
But Will, real quick.
Yeah.
Will McClay, he really knows his stuff. I mean,
he knows his stuff. Yeah.
He knows his stuff. And if Jerry Jones would just say, "Hey, look, I'm not going to be the general manager no more," Will McClay, you got it. Dallas, I guarantee you will win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Guarantee you will win it. Okay.
You know what? Even ultra disrespectful to Will McClay's position.
What's that?
Is that he's even under Stephen Jones. Think about that. Think about that.
Yeah.
His position is even below Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones don't even need that position to be president of player personnel.
Yeah. Well, it's title match.
Yeah.
Get your title back with title match.
What's your point?
Yes, Cowboys for you, man. Hey, I just need for him to move his weight around a little bit more, man. And if you see a player that you want, go get him. But that thing right here, man, is like, hey, that's beyond me and all of that stuff. You got to sometimes. It's just the power structure itself. I believe ESPN 30 for 30. 10, 15 years from now, going to go crazy good with all of the storylines that can be going on from within the confines of the Cowboys once it's all said and done.
I pray that Dak Prescott will be a multiple Super Bowl champion because he deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He's really playing under a handicap situation without a real number 2 receiver. And the defense is just playing Pop Warner out there. And I hope they hear me. They are playing like a Pop Warner team.
Yeah, they are.
missing tackles and everything. But, hey, man, but I do appreciate you taking my call. But before I go, man, can you please hit me up with another ring? I love that.
Man, yes, indeed. hey, Willie McClay, what you gonna do for us, man? What you gonna do, Willie? What you gonna do, man? Riggs! I can't take this no more, Willie. No doubt, man. Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Y'all don't know it hurts every bone in my body, man, talking about my guy. You know what I'm saying? It hurts me to death, man. But it's Riggs, man. Stop being the enabler. It is, man, but I had to ask that because I was like, hey, he would be a good guy to talk to. And it was like, I said, what? But he ain't finna get in front of that bag. He ain't finna move off and get in front of his bag in that negative way. Breaking rumor news, teams are acquiring information about Myles Garrett. Riggs. But what about this?
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies.
No
Call Frenkel first.
Doubt. Call Frenkel first. And I apologize, man. Kitty, what's your name? Kitty O? He said, man, you had me online for 30 minutes. Did you call Frenkel and Frenkel? Riggs! My bad. I'm terrible at the phone lines, man. But I can only go up until 1 o'clock today, man. Kitty, old man, my bad, man. Charge it to my beard, not my heart. I promise you. But hey, if you ever in a car wreck, no laughery at it. But if you ever in a car wreck, especially if you're in the Dallas area, call Frenkel and Frenkel. They won't have you on hold for 30 minutes. I guarantee. Riggs, I'm on hold over here, Riggs. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh, but shout out to you, man. I know you probably had some unbelievable insights. Well, give me the first three. Give me your area code to your number, Kitty. Oh, and I hope, are you a male or a female? Because I need to know. You better not be no male with no name tag, Kitty. Kitty. But let me know, man. What's the first three? What's your area code so I know to put you up on top tomorrow? But neither here nor there. All right, Riggs. Let me get on up out of here. Hey, Ice Cold says, Frenkel or 911, cause we in trouble. Nah, Frenkel. Kitty is a male. Oh Lord. Riggs. All right. Let me get on up out of here, man. But I appreciate everybody, man. I hope that you guys take this message and deliver it the best way possible to the Joneses and chop it up for me and all of that good stuff. But Cowboy Nation, even on our way out, I can't stand the 49ers. I can't stand the 49ers. Let me see if I can find this. I don't know if it's this. We had to bring back the beer gang. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. But blessed is he of the Dallas Cowboys that can walk out and still fight this one way or another. This is war. This is a bloodshed moment. This is a situation that I don't give a dog whether or not they have the youthful Jerry Rice on their team, the youthful Joe Montana or Steve Young, J.J. Stokes, Stubblefield, and all of those boys. I still want to beat them. Ronnie Lott, I still want to destroy the 49ers. This is a situation not for the faint or the fickle. This is a situation for what my guy Uncle Charles says in the words,
sacrifice, don't give up and fight.
Don't give up and fight. Ain't this right, Tammy? Ain't this right, Birdie? It's war, ain't this right, Kitty? Ratio, ain't this right? Elbert, ain't this right? This is war. As they say, my body be punished for hard living. Hands on the strap, praying, so Father, please forgive me. Police be rushing when they see me. I flaunted America's Most Wanted, live on TV like pleasure and pain. I'm stuck in this game. Holler my name. We all gonna die. We bleed through similar veins. You heard the gun blast. It's on and worth. Come on with it. This is fight time for your mind. We need a spot where we can kick it. A spot where we belong. Thug Mansion over here. Cowboy Nation. Tired of getting chased by the police and arrested type of mindset. You know, it's that time of the minds. You know what I'm saying? Hands on the strap. So, Father, please forgive me. Type of action. This is war. This is the one time I don't like the twin maker. Tell them the baby boy's doing good. Tell them homies I'm up in heaven and they ain't got hoods, huh? But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad, that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and all that you dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, oh just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that is listening, you will get it. It's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Give me my thing, you.
Beat the 49ers, baby. If we offended anyone, charge it to my beard, not my heart. Come on.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change.